Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Fundamental Bias Weekly Review for the week of November 15th. So, almost halfway to the month. Next week is going to be Black Friday, Thanksgiving, everything. So, it's going to be, the year is almost done, guys. So, it's crazy how fast it passed by. So we're gonna start in a couple of minutes, as always here. So at 9:05, 9:06, we're gonna start. Okay. So we'll start in a couple of minutes. All right, guys, welcome. So we're gonna start in a couple of minutes. So in 1 minute, we're gonna start here, guys. All right, guys. So welcome. So welcome to this weekly review that we do every Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So what we do here is we review exactly what we did on our fundamental bias, aka COT, on Monday. So the result that we have here on Monday, like you all know, guys, this week it was a special because last week, since there were Veterans Day, the COT report was only accessible only on Monday. after 4 p.m. So that's why we had our session here at midnight on Monday. But usually you have access to the fundamental buys here over the weekend. So as of this week, what we're going to do here is basically, I think after this call or maybe tomorrow, you're going to have access to the fundamental buy here for next week's overview earlier. And then on Monday, we're going to do an overview of what we did and why we're taking those pairs to trade on. So without further ado, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go on my on the trading view, okay, and look at all of the pairs that we looked at for COT, and then we're gonna see exactly if we had any movement in the market. Okay, we're gonna start on the weekly, and then go down on the 1 hour and see exactly if we had any setups here with Enigma specifically. Okay, so without further ado, we're gonna do that right now. I'm just going to share my screen. Let's set up everything here. Perfect. Let's share my screen. Perfect. Okay, so basically what we had here for our COT, or Commitment of Traders, for the week of the 15th. So that was what we did here on Monday night, early morning Tuesday. We had all of those pairs here, okay? So we got odd USD, odd CAD, odd NZD, CAD CHF, CAD JPY, Euro GBP, Euro USD, Euro CAD, Euro NZD, GBP JPY, GBP odd. We had GB CHF, NZD CHF. We had NZD JPY, USD CHF, USD JPY, okay? And then, as you all know, we have our big mover selection. So those are the future contracts that will be moving the most overall for the week. Okay, so we have euro, we have British pound, we have odd, Australian dollar, and CHF, British, the Swiss. Okay, perfect. And as you can see, there's most of the pairs that we had was in correlation with those four. Okay. Perfect. So that being said, I'm just going to close that. And we're going to go on our charts. Okay. So as y'all know, we always start with the weekly to see exactly if we had any movement here in the market. And we're going to start with our first pair. That'll be odd USD. Okay. So odd USD, what we had here, we had a continuation of the last 2 weeks. Okay, it was a strong downtrend here, so we had a lot of good movement here, so we should have a lot of good setups, right? I know that there were a few signals that were sent out here from the system, so I'm pretty sure that we had some setups here overall. Perfect. So let's do this. And so down, there you go. Perfect. We're just gonna zoom in a little bit for you guys. Perfect. Great. Okay. So, so we had some. Basically, we had two setups. I think there was a continuation here from yeah. So there was a setup on Sunday to Monday. Okay. So right at the start of the market open, we had a setup for a buy. Okay. And the setup started here. and then it went to TP3 right away. So that's already a win. Not even on your first day of trading for this week, okay? On USD. And then you had another setup here for a sell. So it went to TP2, went back up, went back to your entry. So another opportunity, TP1, went back to your entry. So you had 3% potential sell entries here. You went back to your entry at least 2 times from the original one. And then it went to TP3. So odd USD was moving smoothly overall, okay? And as you know, we did say our big movers was odd, so it was in correlation with that. So that was a good overall setup here for odd USD. Next, let's look at odd CAD. Odd CAD, same thing. Good candle or good weekly candle on the downside. Continuation from the last 2 weeks. Okay, same thing at odd USD. So let's go down on a 1 hour chart. Perfect. So you had some good setups here overall. So on Monday, you had a sell setup. So it went to TP1. Then you had another entry for a sell. But this one went to TP1 and TP2 and went back to consolidate for the rest of the week. Okay. So overall good setup. Odd CAD was moving nicely too. Let's look at the weekly for odd NDD. So it should be the same thing. It was a downtrend. Perfect. Good down candle here on odd NZD. So here, this one was going nicely, and you had a good setup here. So on the 17th, okay, there was a sell signal. Right away on the first position, you should have getting TP3 right away, okay? And then you had an opportunity to get back in and get another TP3. So you have 2 TP3s on the same setup, same Enigma setup. That's really amazing, guys. So far so good. So all the odd pair that we listed in our COT were positive. Okay, none of them were negative, except one that was neutral. If you kept your trade on for more than a few hours, that was open. But so far so good, guys. So let's look at CAD, CHF. CAD CHF. So right now, CAD CHF on the weekly is giving you a buy entry here. So we should see a continuation here for the next couple of weeks here. It should be a good down uptrend based if we put a support resistant line here. It should continue up, but we'll see. Okay. So let's look at the hourly chart. So here on the 16th, 50 to the 16th, even on the 15th right there, you have a buy entry, went crashed TP3. Here, you have a buy entry, went to TP1, TP2, and almost TP3 by a few tick, and then it went down. So all of the setup was Monday, Tuesday here so far, guys. So let's look at the CAD JPY. CAD JPY, let's see. Good down candle here, guys. Good down candle. So let's look at our hourly chart. Here, first trade, got a buy, went to TP3. Then he had another setup here for a buy, went to TP3. Then another setup for a buy, went to TP1, TP2, and TP3. So you had 3 trades in the span of 2 days, 3 trades that were sent out from Enigma in the span of 2 days for CAD JPY, and all of them hit TP3. Wow. So I hope you guys had a good week, because so far most of the setups here were winning, guys. So you see the power of combining our fundamentals with Enigma. So if you know exactly which pair that are moving, you're gonna be in the right side of the trade. Look at this, guys. Euro GBP on a weekly. Look at this candle. Beautiful, beautiful. So let's look at what happened here on Euro GBP. On the hourly chart. So you should have some good setups here overall, guys. And the downside. So you had 2 trades that were sent out for sales. Here, sell. Did it touch TP3? Yes, right there on this wick here. So that's your TP3. Then you had another entry for another sell. This one hit TP2. So win-win. Perfect. Thank you. Got Euro USD. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Going to the downside on a weekly. Let's look at H1. Here, you had 3 entries, guys, on Euro USD. First one was on Monday, hit TP3 nicely. Then Tuesday, same thing. hit TP3 right there. Okay, that's the TP line. So it wicked on the TP3. Then on Wednesday, it consolidated here. So it would have stopped you out here right there. Okay. But overall, if you took all of the 3 entries, you would have been in profit overall. So that's nice. Let's look at the weekly here on EuroCAD. Same thing to the downside. Nice. Let's look at the the hourly chart. So here, Monday, seems like all Monday, all of the moves were made here overall on Monday. So it went to TP3 nicely. Then this one was a loss, went to your stop loss. This one, it went to TP2. This one was a buy entry, stopped you out. Then this one on Thursday was a buy entry, went to TP3. So overall, this Euro USD, Euro CAD was overall in profit. Next, we're going to look at Euro NZD. Candle to the downside. So overall, guys, most of the pair were going down here overall this week, right? So Euro NZD, let's look at the hourly chart. So Euro NZD, we didn't have any setups. Oh, did we? Let's see. No, we didn't. Oh, yes, we did. There was one setup right there on Monday. It was small, but it was a sell. Let's optimize that. Perfect. It was a sell. So it was a sell on Monday. It hit TP3. It smashed it after 2 hours. Crazy. Let's look at the GBP/JPY on the weekly. Yeah, so that one was moving nicely too. Okay, so GBP/JPY, we didn't have any setups, but if you follow our educators here, they should have given you some good setups here overall, guys, especially to look at GBP for this week. So even though we didn't have any Enigma signals, but there was good setups here overall. Let's look at GBP odd. GBP odd. Nice move here in the upside for GBP odd. So the GBP pair were going up here overall so far. Okay. So let's look at the hourly chart to see if we had any setups. And yes, we did. So let's look at them. So you had a sell set up here, went to TP1 and then consolidated here and went back up. So you would have been in profit and you have secured profit here. Then you had a buy set up here that went to TP3. That's really nice, guys. So far overall, we only had like two setups that were in the negative from all of the setups on all of the pairs here so far. So if you just tune in, just maybe watch a replay to see all the setups, or just look at the list that we have on our COT weekly update, and see exactly what happened here with COT in correlation with Enigma. It was a good week for you guys, for everyone. So let's look at GBP CHF. Should going on the upside? Yes. So yeah, all the GBP pair were going up. The odd, the CAD, the euro was a downtrend. And what did I say? The pairs to look, the future currencies that you had to look at. You had odd, you had euro, you had British pound, and you had the CAD. And what was the last one? You had CHF too. So far, the ones that we were looking at were moving. So GPCHF should be a good one. Let's look at the setups. Yeah, you had one setup here before buy, and it smashed TP3 on this candle. TP3 was smashed right there. So only one setup on GPCHF, but in the green. So let's move on. NZD-CHF. Okay, so it did move on the weekly. Let's see what happened on the hourly chart to see if we had any setups. Perfect. So you had two setups here. The first one was in profit. It was a buy signal, entry right here. Went to TP1, TP2. Did it hit TP3? On this candle here, it hit TP3, but barely. So you will see I've been in profit here. Then this one lost, but it was a sell. Wait you out right here. Took your stop loss here. But overall, good setups here overall, guys. Next, we have NZD-JPY. NZD-JPY. Bless Nas. NZD-JPY. Let's look at the weekly. So continuation from the last 2 weeks here. Even with this candle 2 weeks ago, I knew that the last few weeks after that were going to be good trading weeks. Okay, so if you add your patterns, guys, if you see an engulfing candle here, every time that you have an engulfing candle, guys, you see, you have one here, you have one here, you have one here. Those are directional patterns. That means that we're switching direction. So you're gonna anticipate a market movement in the opposite direction that of what we're doing. Okay, so that's why this. And if you look at a few of them that we looked at before, those were good setups here. Okay, if you see that, that means that you're gonna have good setups that will be sent out with the system, Enigma system, in correlation with the COT. Okay, so let's look at the hourly on this one. Perfect. So add the what, 2 setups? Yeah, 2 setups. Let's zoom in. So you had a buy, went to TP1, went down to your entry. So you had an opportunity to get in twice on this one and only went to TP1. Okay. But here, this trade, in 2 hours, it hit TP3. So overall, good week for NZD-JPY. And guys, make sure to just trade the ones that you like and you know the movement on it. You don't need to take all of the signals that are sent out with the system, guys. Make sure that you use the system with the pair that you like. If it's in correlation with COT, that's even better. And minimize your risk. Okay, so that's why you don't want to overtrade. So make sure to use risk management on your trades. It's very important. So let's look at, oh, was it NZD-JPY? Yeah, NZD-JPY. I was already on it. Is that the one that we already did? Yeah, we already did NZD-JPY. So, oh, I'm just gonna go back. NZCHF was this. Okay, let's look at NZD-JPY. All right, so continuation on the downside. Oh, yes, we just did that. Okay, perfect. TP3 hit, perfect. Okay, so now the last three. And the last two. So we have US Swiss. So we're gonna go back on the weekly. Good movement, guys. Good movement to the upside. Perfect. So let's go back on the 1 hour. So USD CHF, we had four entries here, 4 setups. First setup on Monday went to TP1, and if you have held, smash TP3 right here. Same thing. There was a buy here, but it stopped you out. Then you give you another entry for a buy. This one went to TP3. That was on Tuesday. Then you had a sell setup on Thursday. That went to TP2. And then Friday, like I said, guys, Friday I do not trade because they're gonna be playing ping pong with you guys. So up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. So, but so overall, guys, there were some good setups. There was like three good setup. This one was stopped you out. Perfect. And finally, we have USDJPY. Good movement here, so it worked out. I mean, we should have some good setup here. Yeah, look at that, guys. One setup, only one setup on USDJPY, and it smashed TP3. And that was on Tuesday. Okay. So overall, guys, if you go back to the replay, guys, or you look at your the list of the ones that we're looking at for this week for COT, we only had like maybe 4 setups that were in the negative that hit stop loss, but 95% of the trades that were sent out this week were profitable. They hit at least TP1, TP2, or they smashed TP3 after a few hours. Okay, so that's it for the review for this week. So like I said, I'm just gonna stop sharing my screen. Go back here, stop sharing. Perfect. So like I said, guys, what we're gonna do, I'm pretty sure the COT will be out here. The fundamental bias here will be out. Is already out here. So by tonight or tomorrow, you should see a new list for next week, the week of the 22nd, for our overview. So if you're a paid member or a VIP member, you're gonna have access to it when it's gonna be out over the weekend. And on Monday, we're gonna do an overview of the pairs and the actual big movers that we're gonna have for this week. Okay, so when I say big movers, that means that those are the future contracts that will be moving the most for the week. Okay, so I'm gonna explain you exactly how do I have know the details exactly on which one will be moving the most compared to the other ones, and it's something I already give you guys this week on last Monday, so you could look at the breakdown of that. But next Monday on the 22nd, we're gonna do an overview and I'll show you that. Okay, so if there's any questions, I'll stay here for a couple of minutes. If not, we're gonna close this session. So, and I'm gonna wish everyone a great weekend, and we're gonna crush next week for sure. So, if there's no questions, and if you're looking at the replay, guys, make sure to put your question in the description box, in the comment section. Sorry, and below. If you're on YouTube or in the Facebook group, or if you're on our Trade Talk channel in Discord, just leave your comment or question there, and we're going to be glad to answer them. Perfect. So I do see there's no questions here so far, guys. So perfect. So we're gonna close it right now, and like I said, guys, we're gonna reconvene on Monday, same time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're gonna do the weekly overview of the week of November 22nd for the COT. So yeah, it's gonna be amazing week, and it's gonna be Black Friday next week. So we'll see how the market will move here overall. Okay. So on that note, I wish you a wonderful end of the week, and we'll catch you on, guys, on Monday. Peace.